This podcast contains strong language and adult references throughout.
What's going on, people? Welcome to our channel. Welcome to our podcast. This is called the Chit Chat Podcast. I go by the name of Cameron.
And I could put the name of Habib Nurmagomedov.
Right, this is a podcast where we basically just take in all the relevant topics of what's going on in the world, a bit of what you guys send in. We kind of give our own little bit of advice, our own, put our own little spin on it, and hopefully we could be of some assistance. As you know, we are going through some unprecedented times at the moment.
In other words, shit.
Simples. Right, kicking it off. We're going to go through two serious, one funny is what we call it. So we two serious scenarios, one funny scenario, all true. We just kind of give our advice, and hopefully we can help you overcome these situations in the future. The first one that came in was so fucking funny, like too funny. Basically, there's a Chelsea fan. He's with his bird. I'm not naming names, obviously. That's deep. So he was stuck in the toilet at his girl's house. Right. This tickled my tummy. So he's stuck in the toilet. There's no bog roll, and her dad is a West Ham fan. And basically in the toilet, there's no bog roll, and his West Ham shirt was there, hanging over the bath or something. He wiped his ass with this West Ham top and blamed it on the dog. And the serious thing is,
that dog got beaten.
No. The dog's not allowed in the house now. And he's basically just said, like, what should I do? Their family dog is now being kept outside because I wiped it.
Well, how do you respond to that? He's literally gone into their house and used her dad's t-shirt to wipe his ass.
His West Ham top, that's deep.
Bro, if I done that, I'd get killed.
Yeah, but what would you actually do? If you're in that situation, you're in the bog.
Well, I know what you'd do. I know your tactic. If the scraper chat's there, you just fucking... I scrape it out your shoulder, bro.
Nah, what are the bog roll? The cardboard thing? Dirty. No, I don't. What I'd do in that situation, if I was like round the gaff and I can see the dog through, imagine you're looking at the dog through the back garden door.
Yeah, that's deep though.
And the dog's looking at you like, you cunt. What are you gonna do?
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, how do you approach it though? How do you approach it? Like on a serious note, how would you approach that?
If you've got to tell them, it's sort of like, well, you should sit down for this one. There's a positive and a negative. I've got you a new West Ham top.
That's it, yeah. You could just buy him a new top.
Negative, I used your old one to wipe me ass.
Getting a name on the back, shitter.
Shit house.
Honestly, on a note, I'd probably have to fork out the dough and get him a new top.
I mean, if you didn't buy him the top, that's just a bit fucking...
Yeah, but you got to think that dog is their family.
Yeah.
You've now isolated that dog from the family. They're going to be pissed.
Pissed ain't even the word, bruv. That's a family dog. Like... It's
a bit of a madness. In that situation, I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to play it by ear, honestly.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to, because
if you sat there and planned it, it's not going to go to plan. It ain't going to go to plan, is it?
You're going to bottle it as soon as you start talking.
Yeah, you're going to go to him and go. And if he's a West Ham fan, he's definitely a fucking Danny Dyer breed, isn't he?
Shit house.
I'm going to nut him.
Bald Stephen.
That's what I mean.
Alright, can. Alright.
Best thing I can advise you, my friend, is just not wipe your ass.
Yeah, I think.
With your other half's fucking dad's top. Yeah. Fuck. You can advise him the
They got shower curtains. Buy them new shower curtains.
Mate, I'd rather go fucking sticky bumhole.
No. Just use their sink as a bidet, bro. Just use their sink as a bidet.
How are you going to do that?
Or just get in the bath, bro.
Yes, just getting in the bath, mate.
Why? No bug roll. No,
you just got out of the shower.
Why didn't you ask? Did they have no bug roll at all? As in, like, they had no...
Zilch. No, not even the cardboard chat.
Yeah, they never... Scrape it. Just scrape it like that.
Yeah, that's...
Fling it out the window.
Red chocolate starfish. Oh, tear. But yeah, anyway, final advice. Just... You're going to have to brave it. You're going to have to...
Got to. If you don't, you're going to be back in the house. It's as simple as that.
But imagine from this point onwards, they're not even come clean about it. So best of luck.
Yeah.
Best of luck, my friend. Just don't plan it. That's all I say. Just don't plan it.
Don't plan it. Just go straight in with it.
Right, moving on. Obviously anonymous. We're not going to name names, but this one is funny, but it's deep.
All right.
Like, you have to be in this situation to kind of overcome it. You know what I'm saying? So, again, not naming names. My pal's girlfriend, well, not girlfriend anymore, had sat him down, right? Sat him down and said to him, I've developed romantic feelings for your brother. Raw.
There's only one thing. I don't care if this distorts my mic. She belongs to the streets.
To the streets.
She belongs to the streets. If she's turned to you and gone, listen, I don't like you no more, I like your brother, kick her to the curb.
Yeah, but imagine it's not a short term. This wasn't a short term. It was a good 18 months. Still short term. If you're obviously relationships a long game, so in that aspect it is short term, but still 18 months of your life. How many of those months has your girl been feeling that towards your brother? You share DNA with that guy. It's not
that though. What do you say to the brother? How do you propose that? Yeah.
There's obviously a reason, but I don't know. Romantic feelings, man.
Oh, yeah, I did get a bit
romantic.
I did get a bit weird out when I woke up to him cuddling you last night. That was well weird.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, when I caught you at the Shard, I just walked in and you're there having a romance. It's just mad. It's just mad.
It is a bit mad. But the only advice I can give, I've never had that happen. I mean,
neither. And I've got a lot of brothers.
Yeah. One of them is John Cena. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah. Big up the C-Mac. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Where you just kind of have to accept it. Obviously, there's a figure of speech saying you can't deny them the chance. You can't deny people the chance.
No, but at the same time, you can still resent it. I wouldn't.
You can resent it, most definitely. But if it was your brother, basically going, yeah, I like your girl, and your girl kind of starts feeling it, swelts, you'd have to give it. Well, things just wouldn't ever be the same, would they?
Well,
but
I think the only positive I can give from this is that he didn't find out himself. If he would have gone, why have I gone on your phone and see that you're messaging?
Yeah, you're right. But also, in addition to that, if they went on to live a very, very happy life, get married, have children, then in that aspect, further on down your life, once you've met a new woman, you have your own kids, you can kind of look back and go, yeah, it's deep, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah. Just
happy marriage and children. You're now an uncle.
Slime one's the fucking nephews.
Yeah. That's what you do. Fucking reach
Get up.
That's what. But yeah, in that you kind of have to play that by ear, in my opinion.
You can't just take it on the chin though. That's 18 months. It's not as if it's like if it's a month, you can sort of take it on the chin, but you can't. If that makes sense. So you can be like, you guys watching. Let us know what you think you'd do in that situation. Honestly, don't give it the big one. No. Let us know what you think. You're chilling. You're even though it's my brother. I'm killing. Mother's wife, put the bird on the floor, walk round, drink a can of Stella, knock me brother out. Give us your honest opinions on what you would do. Because this is a fascinating one. It is a very, very fascinating one. Because it's sort of 50-50 at the same time. Because if you did genuinely love her and you're sort of like, oh, okay. But I respect
don't want to deny it,
I respect that you told me bollocks. But
by the sounds of things, by what you said, if she sits him down and he hears it from the horse's mouth, that is a woman for you. That for number one. He's not spent his life with a little girl, she has respect and morals to kind of do it herself, obviously, which is good. That's positive.
She's sort of like been. She's known to big up to the situation in a sense.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
kudos, but no kudos.
At the same time, she belongs to the streets.
To the streets. Right. Anyway, this one is kind of what I wanted to talk about most. A lot of people are going through this in their own way. You don't have to show it. You don't have to be massively, extroverted about it. You haven't got to tell the whole world. But a lot of people are suffering with their mental health during lockdown, all that kind of stuff. Someone has said, lockdown has really affected me in every way, physically, mentally. I'm just not in a good place. Is there anything you could advise to kind of help me get out this hole that I'm in?
I mean, the start of lockdown for me, it was rough. I mean, for most people. I mean, my missus, she didn't exactly like lockdown. She didn't get to see most people. She couldn't see her nan. She couldn't see me. That was one of the hardest things for her. And obviously for me, I couldn't see her. I stayed up late to talk to get as much hours out of the day to talk to her. Like, I stayed up until I stayed on FaceTime to her to go to sleep. Like, for her to go to sleep, and I stayed on FaceTime for her to wake up. Just to have that normal routine. But then obviously, we once lockdown was over, I sort of.
But you learn, innit? That's how you learn as a couple.
You get into sort of a routine of what you're meant to do and how you better yourself in a sense.
Of course. With that being said, not everyone's in relationships. So from a relationship standpoint, if you spend lockdown with your other half, that you're lucky in that aspect. It could drive you around the bend, but obviously it's practice when you move in together. That's how I think of it. You're gonna have barneys, you're gonna have arguments. It's simple as that. But you learn to love. You learn about each other, and you learn different things every day of the fucking week. You learn their preferences. You learn what they do and don't like, and you just respect that and get on with it as a team.
Obviously, there's going to be people. Sorry to interrupt, but there's going to be people. There's obviously people that are going to be like, oh yeah, but I like my own sort of time. But if you're in a relationship, you respect each other's time. If you want to do something, she'll go do something. If
I'll take you there. You know what I mean? I'll give you a lift.
Like a relationship's 50-50. You can't have one person doing all the things and then one person being restricted. I'll tell you
the God's honest truth of what kind of woman I have. Obviously, it wasn't during lockdown, but when I was a bum, unemployed on the sofa every day, she was only a lifeguard. And she was sending me £1.50 to get the bus home. Wasn't allowed to sleep there. I had to get the bus home. Couldn't even afford a bus. And it goes to show, man. During lockdown, but speaking from a single person's point of view, lockdown's tough. That's when you learn a lot about yourself. Yeah. You get in touch with your own soul, your own mind, and I guarantee 99.999% of people will come out of 2020, 2021, 2022, however the fuck this COVID goes on for, they'll come out a totally different person. They will respect the time they have with their family, because I know a lot of myself, I didn't. Now I'm buzzing my mum most days. How you doing, mum? How you getting on? Yeah. Calling my sister. This, it's just nice to get in touch with.
It brings the best
things you took for granted. Man.
Because seeing people every day, like if you go out and see people every day, it's routine. And then once that stops,
taken away, not even stop, taken away. Yeah. Boom, thank you.
But the one thing I can say from experience as well, with obviously with mental health, you sort of routine yourself. So when you go out, you've got nothing else to think about but going out and seeing your mates. With lockdown, you're stuck with yourself, your thoughts, and every other thing that could really hurt you.
Yeah, the same four fucking walls that you sleep in. It's a madness. What I found best, and what my girlfriend found best, people overlook walking. Walking is so good.
Oh yeah.
It not only does it opens up your legs and keeps the physical side of it. It's so good up here. If you can chuck some of these on, listen to a podcast.
Listen to the Chit Chat Podcast.
Listen to the Chit Chat boys. The only reason I say that is because with music, I don't know about you lot. I don't know about you lot at home. I don't know about you, Marty. But I can, even if my place is on shuffle, I can kind of 70% know what song's coming on next.
Oh yeah.
Whereas on a podcast that you've never heard before, you're listening to two people. You're listening to, you're listening to the unknown. You don't know what's next, and that kind of keeps your brain ticking whilst you're walking or running or whatever. And that's what I found. Anyway, I started listening to waffling, started listening to happy hour, started listening to a lot more things, and it just motivated you and kept you sane.
Oh, mate.
Also, what I'd like to mention, learn something new.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Learning something new is beautiful. It's beautiful learning something new, whether it's, I don't know, I like supporting local businesses again, Mads is just big up Georgia Hobbs. Shouldn't name drop, but my bad. She's got this own bottle business where she designs alcoholic beverages, like bottles, like really nice as well. Mad's mum's birthday just gone. We went to Georgia. Obviously, she's learned something new. She's designed these bottles. She makes a bit of money out of it. And that's a prime example. You can do this. I started painting shoes during lockdown.
Yeah.
Didn't do half bad. Earned a little bit of money. It's just, if you're willing to, go and do it.
Yeah.
Because you never know. That could be the next thing for you.
You think if you've been put on furlough, that thing you wanted to do, and you're like, oh, I've got work though, do it. If it's a little bit of work you got to do one day, do it within the spare time you got. I mean,
100.
My missus was still working. Obviously, I think it was only at the start of lockdown. I think it was only Saturdays and Sundays, and then it progressed to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Fuck it, I want to make candles." How?
See, you just have that thought where you think, "I'm doing it."
And it was a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Considering how many people were stuck inside, how many people need candles? Let's be real. You got your sweaty child sat upstairs all day. Let off apple and lemon or fucking jasmine.
When their bedroom stinks of farts.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. But it's the thought, it's just the want to do it.
Yeah, fully.
Whether it fucking succeeds or not, just do it.
Exactly.
Just fucking do it.
And
I painted 4 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
That's it. Sold them for all profits. It's something I could have pursued.
Yeah.
But again, what I go by, and I'm not saying I spunk on my fucking money because I don't. I like to put it away.
Yeah.
Money comes back around. Time doesn't.
Yeah.
And I know we're going off on a bit of a fucking tangent here, but learning something new is good for the brain. Is what I feel.
Oh, yeah,
and
easy.
what I've come to terms with a lot of people that might be able to relate, the people that are in the deepest holes, I can tell you why. You're looking for these reasons. You keep looking for all these things to try and make you happy. And when they don't make you happy, you end up 5 foot deeper.
Yeah.
Because you've tried to find the result. That wasn't the result. It didn't get you the outcome you wanted. So it's made you feel even shitter. And the more reasons you look to make you happier, the higher the percentage of them failing. There might be that one where you come across and think, fucking hell, this does make me happy. Like this. When we started this, I thought, fucking hell, this is fucking trap. But, it's, as I say, lockdown's tough for everybody. There is a helpline here I would like to put out. 0300 123 3393 0300 123 3393 24 hours.
Depending what this goes on, if this goes on, if we post it on whatever, it'll be in the description, or we'll make
100
sure to either link a website or something like that.
Because I know the men, men, they don't talk.
The men, no.
Yeah, they don't, man. I mean, although I'm a big advocate for it, but people just don't. They just. I can promise you guys, just swallow your pride. Honestly, being male, you just in it, Mark. Being a male.
Obviously, I mean,
you're so prideful.
Let's be honest.
You don't.
If you're not in a relationship and you haven't got a better half to talk to, if you're at home and if you've got parents at home with you, they're more than. My mum was more than willing to listen. My dad was more than willing.
They're your parents. They're your parents.
If you've got good mates around you as well, fucking.
100.
It sounds easier than it is, but
once you,
it's like
once you swallow that pride, honestly, it kind of makes you. It kind of inside it feels like, no, don't do it. I'm better than that. That's what it feels like. And I used to think I'm better than that. I'd shed a tear every couple of weeks. Work gets too much. Things get too much. I communicate, get it off my chest. I feel a lot better. Re-energizes me because, that's why I respect women. That a woman had taught me to communicate, express my emotions, and just be a man. Be a man. And I'm twice the man I am. I happily admit I'm twice the man I am since I met my Mads.
I've definitely bettered myself. I can honestly say that I've bettered myself because it's.
They teach you. I'm saying they. I'm not objectifying, but women teach you.
But they, oh shit,
Twat. But you get what I mean. Don't sit here watching that fucking judging, you pricks.
My missus has brought the best out in me that.
You thought you'd never find, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I was in a deep hole, smoking fucking cigarettes, doing whatever, and then she sort of like woke me up, like, listen.
Now, exactly. You got someone that will listen to you. Yeah. You got someone there that will support you. You got someone there that, my mum and my girlfriend are my biggest fans. They're the first people I call after work. How's your day? Come home, I made this. Because I'm not saying the best thing, because I obviously encourage work, do good for yourselves. But Mads ain't working at the minute. She's in hospitality and leisure. So those industries are just fucking luck off at the minute. So Mads has some time. She's more than happy. Like one of my favourite things is jam on toast. It sounds so fucking little, but when I got in, I had jam on toast with butter. Butter's the main bit as well.
If you've had a shit day, like my life,
just those little things, and it touches you inside, and I guess that's just makes you're just appreciative of a lot more, and that's what I figured. Now that I can swallow my pride and I know when to. I'm just a much better man for myself. I wanted to become better for myself and others around me. So that's that. Don't not talk. Speak up.
Yeah.
Speak up.
Express yourself.
I'm here. Easy. This little tosser. Easy. Khabib. No, what's your other name? Tell him your other name.
Jace from Top Boy.
Who's seen Top Boy then?
I'm down here on my screen because obviously I've got both things, so I'm down here.
You can't.
And you're
excuse
above
me. Excuse my French.
You're above me.
Right. So in a nutshell, that's kind of the two funny, one serious. Well, 2.5. But moving on onto the footy. Moving on to the footy, ain't we, Ma? Frankie Lampard getting the sack. Talk to me. I'm not about it.
I mean, my partner's dad is a huge Chelsea fan. He watches every game. And when I told him, when I told him, I went, "Oh, Lampard's been sacked." He went, "You're joking."
I bet his balls fell out his ass.
But I don't think you gave him enough time. You get, what is it, 18 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, 18 months. And the thing that pissed me off, right, is he went through a spell where we were fucking losing. And all it is time. It's just time. He reached top 4 on his first season with the Academy Championship boys.
Literally. Done what Southgate done in the World Cup.
Yeah. And reached an FA Cup final. Fair enough. Arsenal played superb. And I think it was Aubameyang scored a fucking outrageous goal. Yeah. Kudos. Best team won. But Frank was managing Derby County.
Oh, yeah.
He had a big league. Chelsea are a European club. We've dominated Europe. And
I mean, he knows.
He had that extra pressure. Yeah, he had that extra pressure.
Yeah.
Because he is a legend at Chelsea, at the Bridge. So I think he signed 7 players. And people it's like career mode. People just think it's like that. And it isn't. It just makes me wonder,
Yeah.
If the new fella, what's the new fella going to do in 18 months? Are they going to sack him?
Well, if you think, he's won like trophies with big clubs, but if you think the biggest club he's been to is PSG, who outmatches PSG anyway. One, their team is they're supported by. I'm pretty sure they're supported by the country. They are funded by.
Paris is it? Yeah.
They're funded by the city.
But the thing is with Tuchel, right? With PSG, he equipped the right men for the right positions in order to win the titles. That's why I respect it. Like with the Mbappe and this and that, he had the right men for the job, and he knew. That makes me wonder. I just want to be proved wrong. Really. Going on to his appointment, right? Obviously, he came in. He's worked with Thiago Silva at PSG. Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma can speak French to each other. I think that is a solid centre-back partnership. Pulisic at Dortmund.
Yeah, he gave
the 2 German boys.
This new, is it Tuchel?
Tuchel, yeah. Tuchel, whatever. Yeah.
Big Tom.
Fucking Tuchel.
Yeah.
TT.
So he gave Pulisic his first pro debut.
And Pulisic at Dortmund, yeah, exactly.
So who's going to have a better connection than someone who gave them their first.
Yeah, but also, obviously, people are saying the two new boys that have come in, Havertz and Werner, haven't kicked it yet. Maybe with Tuchel being German, that I know it's fucking, we're stabbing in the dark saying that, but it could be a factor.
I'm sorry, I do not think Tammy should be first team.
Going on to that, I was going to say, I don't think Tammy. I think he's learning. He's learning.
Yeah.
He's learning. In my opinion, he's learning from one of the top French goal scorers, Ollie. Ollie is just phenomenal. His attacking positioning, brilliant. However, Tammy, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's a Chelsea number 9. We need a bully. We need a Diego Costa. We need a Drogba. We need something like that. That's just how we play, in my opinion.
I don't know why. Frank, he's obviously got a mind for the football, but why ever he played Werner on the left wing? Why?
Just trying 4-3-3. That was Frank's formation, wasn't it? 4-3-3. Yeah. I think with those academy boys, Mount and James, they're not academy boys. They are footballers. They are Chelsea starters for me. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal fucking players. Reece James, one of the best right backs in the league. Mason Mount, he gives his heart, his soul, his pure energy every 90 minutes. You can see it.
Fully.
Innit? You can agree. Being a United fan, you can actually vouch for James and Mount.
Yeah,
100. Anyone can.
You look at our team, considering we just lost 2-1 to 20th in the table.
And Fernandez played.
Yeah, and Fernandez played. Well, here's the thing, right? I'm not going to say he's overrated, but I'm not going to say he's
Zebi, that's deep. Just going to say.
Yeah, I don't...
He should. Maybe he shouldn't have started. Maybe they overlooked. Maybe they overlooked the blades a bit. But however,
the one thing
the abuse he got.
But Harry Maguire ain't it either. He should get gone. I'm sorry.
Slab it. Nah, I don't like him.
He's not a captain.
Joe Gomez. The England centre halves for me would be John Stones, Joe Gomez.
Yeah, John Stones and Joe Gomez. Yeah, I can see that.
I think Maguire's just got a bit complacent, maybe.
He had one good spell at Leicester. He had a season, I'd say. He had a good bit of a season, and then he done good in the World Cup. But I mean, you look at the fucking centre backs we had. Kyle Walker. Like we were shit.
Kyle Walker's unreal.
Oh mate.
A lot of footballers say that Kyle Walker is one of the most strongest, quickest, and one of the best defenders. They find it so fucking hard. A lot of teams avoid when Kyle Walker plays on the right back position. A lot of pundits notice, and I notice in their analysis, they avoid going down that side of the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, if he once you go bald, like you just turn.
You get quicker.
You look at the old Wayne. You look at Wayne Rooney when he was bald. He was shit house.
Skinhead when he was as well.
He just went through
2 footers. I think he got studded. I think a stud went inside his knee, and he just played on.
The power of the skinhead.
When he just went bald, he was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Aerodynamics.
But going back to Frank and Tuchel, I think it is a bit too soon. Imagine Frank, if Frank had won the FA Cup, let's say. Frank had won the FA Cup, a bit of silverware, it's better than nothing. He would have then had the rest of the season with the boys, pre-season, and the rest of next season, hopefully, to kind of work with the boys that, build chemistry, build an atmosphere, just build something within that team to make them believe. We won the FA Cup last year, boys. We're going for it. And just take it game by game, just like Spurs were. When Spurs took it game by game, they were winning and winning, Son and Kane smashing it. I think that's what Chelsea need. They need an atmosphere. And that's what Tuchel said. He said he's going to build an atmosphere within his players to make them believe they are one of the best teams in it. Well, they are the best team in England.
I mean, you got to think, though, German football and English football, they just can't clash. Because German football's very possessive. They want to counter-attack. English
direct.
From the striker, back, up, back.
Yeah, it's like chess. It's like chess. English football's like chess. But what I say about the two leagues is that in Germany, if Mainz or if one of the lower league teams beat a Bayern or a Dortmund or a Leverkusen, that is the game of their fucking decade.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously when the Blaze beat United yesterday at Old Trafford, it's a shock, but it's not like No one's surprised.
No.
It just happens in the Prem. No one is guaranteed a win. Obviously, you've got favourites. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, obviously.
But when Chelsea, I can remember clear as day, it was 3 or 4-0. We got turned over at home by Bournemouth. I was gobsmacked, but then at the same time, I wasn't surprised because that's the Prem.
It's
that is the Prem.
You can't.
When Timo Pukki was going on a mad one, do you remember that?
Oh my God, Pukki was just. When
he got a player of the month on FIFA and just went ghost mode.
Yeah, he literally just went downhill from there.
That's what I mean.
But
his hair grew back.
I was in Spain and we was watching the Norwich versus fucking Man City, and I was saying to my brother, I was like, listen, Timu, give Pukki the ball, he's gonna smash it. Got the ball, smashed it, and scored. I was like, see,
that's what I mean. It's the Prem. Whereas in Germany, don't get me wrong, Lewandowski is cold-blooded. He just goals.
Mate.
But then you've got Serge Gnabry, Musiala, what's his name? Little young lad who's just gone there. Musiala, little English lad, number 42, I think he is. Bayern. Yeah, but even still, they're just talented, man. They just have all these players and they just dominate. It might be the one time they'll lose by a goal or whatever, but you don't see them getting stomped like people do in the Prem. And that's just fact, unfortunately.
English football is just unpredictable.
It is. And no one can say any different. A lot of people say, Serie A, or Serie A has just been voted the best league in the world. Bullshit.
I don't know. Players-wise, I think it's up there because obviously Ronaldo, Zlatan, Lukaku, Bolingoli, my God,
yeah,
Bolingoli.
He is a baller. Lukaku, he's one up there for the best in the world, 100%.
Fully,
you've got to say.
I can't lie. I think it was good for him to leave United because we just didn't know how to play him.
Then there's Sanchez.
See what's happened to Ericsson? What has happened? He scored a winning free kick in the Coppa Italia, but I get Romelu Lukaku.
He got bought. Well, I wouldn't say even in the hype because they lost in.
He
the
wanted
final.
to move.
Yeah, I mean you're at a club that's not winning anything, like United.
Ericsson can go on to win the Coppa Italia, turn around to Levy and say, "I told you so." Turn around to Mourinho and say, "I told you so."
But he's like, oh my God, Jose wants him back, right? And they want to get rid of Ali.
But he's class. Ericsson is class.
Opinion, get rid of Ali. He's not it anymore. He was.
Yeah, he used to be when he scored that flick over the head, bottom left. I remember that.
It's English. Look at Jesse Lingard. He was good for a bit. Now he's fucked off.
I think there was Jesse Lingard and Rashford went in it together, and Rashford just was more determined. He wanted it for the football and for his family. Yeah.
When Rashford had the FIFA Pro number, he had like fucking the 90s or something stupid before he got his number. I remember his first game.
Number 37, 39. 39 Rash. Yeah, I remember it. And he scored that brace against Arsenal. He scored a brace against Arsenal and people was like, this kid. And he's just gone to... He's taken Wayne Rooney's shirt. Come on now. That's speaking levels. And of course, not only is he such a phenomenal footballer, he's a fantastic guy. No one can doubt that. Nans know Marcus Rashford. Nans know him for what he does for the people.
Oh yeah, fully.
What Nans know fucking Diogo Jota? No one.
No one.
Or Firmino, because
unless they're hardcore like fans of them clubs, then yeah, they might know.
Yeah, of course. But generically speaking, you go up to someone in Manchester, or it's not Manchester because that's a bit too close to home, but up north and just say, who's Marcus Rashford? Oh, is he that kid that did that for child food poverty? Yeah. It's what I'm saying. So
he's
that's that in a fucking bombshell. Yeah, in life.
He's done the news as well as football.
Yeah, borderline politics.
Borderline,
because the MPs are talking about it. See, and fucking the government's a whole different story, my friend. Whole different
story.
Right? Should we get onto the topic of fighting? Because have I? So let's just get on with this. Okay, I don't want to say this because it's just ridiculous how he's got this far. Jake Paul, knob. I don't care.
Yeah.
Good businessman, though.
Yeah, well, he does what he does to get the money. It just is what it is. It's like
business, baby.
Like McGregor used to take the piss out of anyone just to get a little bit of
McGregor 90% of the time backed it. To be fair.
Yeah,
But what I say about Jake Paul and Ben Askren, right? Ben Askren, I don't know if you know Robbie Lawler. Absolute boss. He was a boss in the octagon.
If you think about UFC, like back in the day, Lawler was up there.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant boxer. Lawler was a brilliant boxer. Although Ben Askren was more of a grappler, more of a wrestler.
He's always been a wrestler.
He beat Lawler. Askren did beat Lawler. However, he submitted him. It wasn't a left, right, good night. It was he did submit him, which, makes me wonder, did he have to submit him because he couldn't box? Is this going to work in Jake's hands? Because Jake's, it's a boxing bout,
I mean, you look at it, he's lived up to what people are saying. Everyone said, oh, you're fighting bums, you're fighting YouTube, fight a boxer, fight an athlete, and he's gone, all right, then I will.
Yeah, but Ben Askren's like 36, 37.
Yeah, no, but that plays up in boxing.
I think he should fight someone like fucking hell, Dan Hooker or something. I don't know, someone with long arms that can just pick him off with jabs.
Did lose recently.
Yeah, Chandler. Well, he could fight Chandler. Chandler's a little boss. He's like a little pit bull. My lord.
That Mike Chandler.
My God.
I watched the fight.
Well, see his body, bro. He's like a little fucking pit bull.
He was different. When me and my mate
hitting the body, come up with a left hook. I saw it. Bang! Good
night.
night.
Dan Hooker was like, yeah, I'm gonna knock him in. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then this Mike Chandler was like, yep.
And the Stars and the Stripes win. The American takes the victory. But what I'm saying is, Jake Paul has knockout power. He can knock somebody out. He has the heart to win, and he has the work rate. Although he is an absolute knob cheese, we can't look past these things. No, we cannot look past them.
But if you look at when he fought that Nate Robinson, if you actually, I'm not a boxer.
Got slept.
I'm not a boxer. I'll probably get slated for this. But if you look at Jake Paul, what he was doing, he did not look like he wanted to fight. He kept pulling out his punches. He was like, he landed luckily because Nate Robinson just threw himself into the punch.
But that's what maybe with those. I did watch it, and Jake was trying to be calculated, but he hadn't had the experience. No. And with that shot, when that shot came in with Nate, he came in and just slept him. He saw the shot and took it. Bang.
Yeah, fully. But like when Jake fought that Anison Gibb, I said before, before the fight, I even said,
Gibbs' legs were like a tripod.
I said to him, I said to everyone I was with, I was like, Gibbs not going to win. He's not a fighter. He beat some Max plays FIFA. I think he's just a bum.
Gibb again was doing it for business. He can say he fought Jake. If Jake Paul goes on to fight Conor McGregor, Gibbs gonna say, I fought that guy.
Yeah. Well, I lost.
It's all business in that. Yeah, he may have lost. Same with Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor would sleep him, in my opinion. He's a fantastic fighter. Although he just did get knocked out by Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is a phenomenal, ferocious fighter.
If you look
with his hands, he's one of the best in there.
If you look
one of the best.
His plan as well. So when I was watching it, like I was like, I love the UFC. I prefer that side rather than just straight boxing. Because I feel like it's more like getting kicked in the head just looks like, oh. Whereas if you get punched in the head, it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. You see it in the UFC anyway, right? Anyway, when he gave him that first leg kick, that first one, and McGregor went,
oof, the low calf kick. Yeah. Oof.
But when I was watching it, I was like, I've seen this before. And my mate was like, what? I said, yeah, I've seen this before. He went, what do you mean? I said, Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz 2. Conor's plan, take his legs out, then box. How are you meant to box without your front foot? Tell me that.
Well, boxing. But if you're heavy on your front foot.
Yeah, but Conor's he's been a dad.
Normally he's loose. He's not so heavy on his front foot. Yeah, I know, but he came to play with Dustin, and it was the wrong plan. He said he did well in his preparations. He didn't. No. Dustin. That's what I'm saying. That makes me wonder because Floyd, obviously, we can't talk about Floyd because he is that's Floyd. Dustin, who's a boxer, he tried to fight a boxer. He tried to box a boxer, McGregor, and he didn't. But that makes us wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Could Jake Paul capitalize on that?
People have said that maybe, because if you think about it, what has Jake got to lose? He's
nothing.
He's put up money and he's either going to double it,
50 mil.
Well, now he took the piss. He went, "I got 10 grand for you in cash."
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said to him. He went after watching.
I ain't
I've got
seen that.
10 grand for you now. He was like, "Fuck the 50 mil. I've got 10 grand in cash." I was like, "Oh, how are you gonna say that's one of the best though?" But if you look, I know we're going on to boxing now, but Floyd just pulled out. I don't know if he pulled out, but the fight broke down between him and Logan Paul.
Yeah, is it not? Fuck.
No.
What? I need to keep up with this shit.
See, what I'm a bit astounded by is the fact that he chose to fight him anyway. Because same with the Conor McGregor, Jake Paul. If Logan, I mean, if people know who Logan Paul is, the size of the fella.
Units.
If you look at
His bicep is the size of Floyd's head.
if you compare someone like Conor McGregor to Logan Paul, size difference, Logan Paul's just miles bigger than him. And if just in boxing, it's always that one punch. You look at
That's it.
You look at
One punch.
AJ Klitschko. What fucked up Klitschko? Klitschko pretty much had AJ on the ropes until he came out and just got that. I would say lucky uppercut, but people would be like, "Oh no, he don't."
But AJ has a very, very good combination of shots.
Oh yeah.
So that would have been lined up somewhere because he was going, I can remember it left, right, and his head ducked under and he had just gone, walla.
Fully. But if you...
Talking about AJ,
Are you an AJ fan or are you a Fury fan? Talk to me.
I would say, for pure boxing basis, Fury.
of course.
He's just...
But not just overall, obviously, it's pure boxing basis. It's a boxing match, you talk.
No, I mean,
obviously.
like, well, you look at AJ, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've got my brand, I've got this."
Oh
I've
yeah, he's
got
more
this,
business.
that,
Yeah, of
and
course,
that,"
of course.
Which, I mean, and Tyson Fury, he's literally branding himself as the Gypsy King. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that.
But the thing is, a lot of people are like, yeah, AJ. A lot of people are like, yeah, Fury. The only reason I'm a Fury fan is because, as he said to Deontay Wilder in his first fight, I've been searching the planet for a man to beat me, to knock me out. I've been waiting for the day. And although he did get knocked out, 12th round, champion rounds, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
First fight, KO. He said he was out cold, still got up and arguably won the rest of the round.
Yeah, fully.
Those two knockdowns were the one that scraped the draw, and which makes me think, what was Fury thinking? He could have easily went, nah, fuck this. I'm not boxing anymore. So I just drew to a bum.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He said that we're getting a rematch on. And what did he do? Took it to him.
Yeah.
Took it to him.
Deontay Wilder was like, "I sneezed twice."
Oh, yeah.
My body armor was too heavy.
Yeah. Then don't wear
So
it.
what the fuck?
If you know it's too heavy, why put it on?
But then you got to think of AJ on the opposite side. He can adapt. He can drop weight. He can put weight on.
Yeah.
I think the heavier, me personally, I think the heavier Fury is for the fight, the more chance he has a win. And vice versa for Joshua.
If you think, I don't know, because I think he's too quick on his
He
feet,
needs
so
power.
If he builds it up,
But he was quicker. He was the heaviest he'd ever been against Deontay Wilder. See, and arguably they say he's the hardest hitter since George Foreman. Took it to him. He took the fight to him.
He knocked out a knockout artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People say you can't kill a killer, but he fucking defied that.
He literally done what people say. People were saying you cannot knock out Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder was a one-punch artist.
Seventh round, and they threw the towel in. It's a bit like, yeah, maybe he wanted to go out, his own way, but
My God, you look at the
if you
fella,
can't defend yourself,
he was done.
lip was busted, bleeding from his ear. But it makes me think with Joshua, I just don't think he has a good resume. Don't get me wrong, he has a good CV.
Yeah.
Obviously with the Klitschko but that was Klitschko elder at Wembley. Tyson Fury went to his back garden in his prime. At the most depressing stage of his life.
His prime as well. Klitschko in his prime was...
Yeah, him and Vitali, 10 years reigning the division. Reigning. Sitting on their thrones like absolute bosses over in Barbados with a cigar in his lip. That's how they were. And then Tyson Fury with his little stubble bald head was like, I'm going to beat you. Wasn't it? That's just how it was though. And he went there and did the job. at the most depressing time of his life. He said, even then I weren't even fighting for the belts. Like, what even was I after them belts? Now that I've got them, what do I do now?
Fully. He was at his point where he was like, listen, I've got the belt now. That's it. I'm done now.
It made me laugh when Fury said to Joshua, "You lost to a little fat man." Obviously, he got stopped by Ruiz. Yeah,
on 2 weeks' notice. 2 weeks' notice, he got knocked out.
People say he was. Oh, why am I feeling like this? Oh, he was a bit cream crackered. However, that's boxing for you.
If you're not on it for the day, you're not on it for the day. You get
and it was it was in neutral. Was it neutral ground? It was out in Saudi, the first fight, wasn't it? The first fight, was it out in Saudi? I think it was. So it's not like there was home advantages or away advantages.
Literally just Andy Ruiz went there and just kicked the shit out of him.
People at home, obviously the fight is yet to be announced from the point of this recording. Let us know. We want to see the boxing fans. We want to know what you think. Drop it down. Send us a message, and we'll get chatting about it. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. We'll have to reevaluate
after the fight.
Maybe.
But that'd be fucking a mad fight. I said 2 years ago, Fury, Joshua for all belts at Wembley, summertime, packed out stadium, fucking everything just there to make the biggest battle of Britain there will ever be for years and years and years to come.
I mean, you couldn't get any better. Really,
I'd spend savings on that ticket.
My life, I would as well.
I don't know about savings. I spend.
You'd
spend your savings getting a pint in there. Yeah. You'd spend your fucking life savings getting a pint in there, but
mate.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? It does make you wonder,
It does.
What would happen? I'd love to be a fucking fly on the wall inside the stadium if I couldn't get a ticket.
Fully. Yeah, I think.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mad one, isn't it? So I think that is where we will conclude this one tonight.
That's been. I feel like we've covered quite a few bits and bobs. We covered the recent fight, football, Man United be shit, obviously.
Everything. It's not that there'll be more things to talk about. There'll be more things. A lot of people hopefully will send in their bits and bobs. Send in their bits and bobs. We can talk about it. Obviously, we're going to make light of the situation, but not in a stupid way.
Yeah.
We're going to offer advice. We are supportive people.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? You at home, do you understand? That's what I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to watch this and think, holy shit, they could maybe help me with my thing. I'm just going to send them a message. And then we will talk about it. We'll give you our advice. We'll ask the people at home what they think. And we'll take it from there, sweet cheeks.
Take it from there, sweet cheeks. I like that one.
Yeah, we will take it from there. But as a whole, thanks for watching, people, and thanks for listening. If you still made it this far, anyway.
Yeah, if you made it this far, Jesus, I think it's about 40 minutes into this. 45 minutes, I'd say. I'd say that's a good couple of minutes for someone to listen to.
Yeah, if you've been here for those good couple of minutes, I love you. I love you.
Most YouTubers and people give away shit, but we're just gonna say cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? I would give you an Xbox One X, but you know what I mean? I'm not that famous yet.
You should be more grateful for a cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't get me wrong. Do stick a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Do listen to the next episode, because this is just a start, baby.
This is just the start. Obviously, things can only get up from here.
Of course, man. Wrap her up.
Cheers for listening, lads and ladettes. This has been Habib.
I have been your boy Cameron.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Adios.